2015 was loaded with some amazing games that will go down in history as some of the best in the franchise or of all time. But one game that flew way under the radar and was following up a movie released only a few months prior was an above average experience that provided unique gameplay features not found in many other games. What's going on, guys? Snickel here, and in today's video I'll be walking you through the most efficient way to get the Platinum Trophy in Mad Max on the PlayStation 4. There are many ways to go about playing through this game and getting all of the trophies, but this video will focus on maximizing the amount of fun while trying to minimize the amount of playthroughs and overall mindless grinding needed throughout while attempting to achieve this Platinum Trophy. With this being a fully open world game, with some linear sections in regard to the story missions, there are no missable trophies or items throughout the whole game. Although there are some challenges that you should keep an eye out while playing through, nothing is fully missable. There should be no story spoilers, as everything that I discuss in this video will not go over anything specifically related to the story. This guide is mainly meant for people that have never played the game before. It's something that you can watch to help you map out how you can go about getting this platinum. Before getting into the full guide, there are a few topics that I would like to cover for the knowledge of people that are getting into the game or trying to finish up a save from years ago. To start off, the biggest news is that the servers for this game will shut down on October 31st, 2020. With that being said, the game is 99% offline and single player, but there are a few functions that are needed, and one of them is needed for the Platinum Trophy. This function is related to challenges and requires you to collect 500 scrap and then 2,000 scrap from scrap crews. The challenges are a penny saved and dividend. In total, you will need to earn 2,500 scrap from scrap crews. The way that you will earn scrap from these scrap crews is that you will need to find the pieces around the map in the territory of a stronghold and then build the project in that stronghold. The first stronghold you will come across is Jeet, although if you're able to finish Gutgash, Pink Eye, and Deep Fry as scrap crews, you will earn more scrap. The way that you earn the scrap is that once the scrap crews are built, you just have to turn the game off. You will then earn scrap over time when the game is shut off, but your console is connected to the internet. I'm not sure the exact amount of time needed in order to earn 2,500 scrap, but with all the projects built, I can't see this taking more than 2 to 3 days. The second and final topic that I would like to discuss is the infamous 190 out of 191 scavenging location glitch. If for some reason you got this glitch prior to the 1.06 patch, then you are sadly out of luck and you must start over. If you have started a new game on the 1.06 patch, then you will never come across this glitch because it was fixed in that patch. Now, if you are getting 190 out of 191 scavenging locations after completing everything that you see on the map, there is one location that is commonly missed, and I will overlay it right now. Go there and see if it shows up, because there's no reason from a story or exploration perspective that you would ever visit this area. If you do have any questions or have come across any strange quirks, please feel free to leave that information below to help other people that are playing the game. With that being said, let's get into this actual guide now. As for a breakdown of the trophy list, it consists of 41 bronze, 5 silver, 3 gold, and of course 1 platinum, with a total of 50 trophies. There are no missable trophies as discussed previously. 5 trophies are related specifically to the main story. As long as you beat the game, you will not miss these, and you are only required to play through the game one time. There are 2 trophies related to side missions, 7 trophies related to death runs found throughout the map, 6 related to challenges in some way, 2 being incidental, meaning that you will more or less earn these while just naturally playing through the game, 8 random trophies that you may need to go out of your way to get, and 19 related to exploration of the map. With that breakdown, you can see that a majority of these trophies and your time in this game will come down to exploration of the map. With that being said, if you are having any issues with collectibles at camps, you can find a playlist of my full collectible guides linked in the description below. I will also leave a few other useful links below as well. One will take you to my breakdown of the trophy list, a few other links will take you to PSN profiles, and another to PlayStation trophies, where you can find 2 different full text guides for the game. I will also leave a full list of the order that I specifically earned my trophies. The best way to go about getting through this game is to complete main story missions up until you unlock a stronghold. From there, I would focus on taking out all of the scarecrows, snipers, and camps in the smaller territories to lower Scrotus's hold in that territory overall. This will also help you with upgrades to the Magnum Opus and give you more scrap from repopulated camps. I would not fully advise to do minefields, as keeping some of Scrotus's hold in territories can prove to be useful for enemies later on in certain challenges. Again, you don't have to do camps and scarecrows and snipers to lower Scrotus's hold. You can just blow through the main story and complete the bare minimum just to get that out of the way, but I personally don't recommend this because it's not how I personally play games. But if that's how you want to go about it, then there is nothing wrong with that and nothing will become unobtainable later on. In the upper right hand corner, you will see the trophy tracker. When that reaches 50 out of 50, you should have collected every trophy in the game and successfully earned your platinum trophy. With all of that being said, let's get into the Wasteland. There are a total of 5 trophies that are related specifically to the story that you will earn no matter how you play through the game. As long as you beat the main story, you will earn these trophies and they are not missable. There are 2 trophies related to side missions throughout the game. The first being Slight Distraction, which is to complete the Dinky D Wasteland mission. This mission will be one of the first Wasteland missions given to you once you reach Jeet's stronghold. All you will need to do for the mission is talk to Chumbucket. He will talk about his buggy and Dinky D in his hideout. Simply drive there, get the buggy and the dog, and come back to Jeet's. The second trophy is Stop and Smell the Roses, which is to complete all Wasteland missions. There are a total of 17 Wasteland missions. These will not all pop up at the same time, and you will need to progress through the story for certain others to pop up. In the PSN profiles link below, there is a detailed chart with each mission and availability of when you can complete them. To start off, the challenges section of this guide will be a discussion of the leveling system in the game. When you complete challenges, you will upgrade to a new level. When you complete 10 challenges, you will be upgraded to a new legend rank. The first time you complete 10 challenges, you will earn the trophy Golden Boy, which is to reach a new legend rank. This will come naturally while going for the challenges, but another trophy related to the ranks is Road Warrior, which is to earn the Road Warrior legend rank. This rank will be the last one that you can achieve, which requires a total of 100 challenges completed. That may sound like a lot, but while going for all the non-repeating challenges and playing through the game, you will complete a lot of challenges, and some of these you will complete more than a few times. With that being said, you will easily earn this near the end of the story. The other trophies in this section will all be earned naturally while going for the trophy Up to the Task, which is to complete all non-repeating challenges. There are a few challenges to keep an eye out for, and I'm going to give you some advice while moving through the game for some of these annoying challenges. Starting off, a lot of vehicle challenges for destroying cars and doing certain things like killing drivers and pulling moving vehicles' wheels off can be completed in death runs in Jeet's territory very easily. The only annoying vehicle trophies that you may need to grind are related to buzzard vehicles and Scrotus vehicles. In regards to buzzard vehicles, I will put an overlay right now of a location on the map that will consistently spawn 2 buzzard vehicles, and will also put another overlay that will show the consistent spawn of 1 Scrotus vehicle. With these spawns, you can destroy the vehicles, drive a little bit away, and then come back and they will be respawned. Another set of challenges is related to Archangels. These can mostly be done in certain death runs that allow the use of that specific Archangel. More challenges are related to usage of water canteen and eating servings of dog food and maggots. Just keep these in mind while playing through, and whenever you see some food that you need for a challenge, just make sure you have a little less than full health and use them. If you need to, take some fall damage to use the food or the water canteen. As discussed in the beginning of the video, the 191 scavenging locations could glitch on games saved in previous versions of the game, but on patch 1.06 they fixed this issue. This challenge requires you to loot every single location to 100% throughout the map. It will take more or less a majority of your playtime just for this one challenge. I do want to note that as the trophy states, you do not need to complete all of the repeating challenges. What repeating challenges are is under the description of what you need to do for the challenge. It will say completed in parentheses however many times you've completed it, that many times. Any of those that have that extra line under the description of the challenge do not need to be done and are considered repeating challenges. Lastly is probably one of the most annoying challenges throughout the whole game, which is Stick It To Ya, which is to kill 15 enemies with border spikes. Now, when initially hearing that number, it doesn't sound very high, but after experiencing this game through 3 full playthroughs, enemies will rarely jump on the spikes, and when they do, they don't die. There are a few ways to farm these throughout the game. Before doing anything though, be sure to buy the highest upgrade of the border spikes, which are surprisingly achievable very early in the game. The first method is to use Scrotus convoys around the map, the ones that drop hood ornaments. You can easily find these and typically can find trucks with enemies on the back of them. The other method, if you have completed the game, which I found to be the most useful, is to go to the location that I'm overlaying right now on the map and sit here until buzzards or other enemies show up. With buzzards at night, I was able to get 5 easy spike kills in around 10-ish minutes. I've tested methods to get these kills, and the easiest that I found is that you need to get in a position where you're stopped and T-boning the truck, letting one enemy jump onto the car. If the truck is stopped and you're in the right position, only one enemy will jump on, and the other 3 will jump immediately after dying. You want to make sure that you can destroy the other car that is with the truck, or they'll just keep ramming you and annoying you. The other issue is that if you are moving and driving next to the truck, the enemies will rarely jump on your car, and with them rarely jumping on your car, they will rarely die. If you're parked up next to the truck and not moving, it will allow one enemy on the car. With only one spot available for enemies on the front of your car, it will basically automatically kill the other 3 the second they jump from the truck. This section is for all the death run related trophies. All of them will be earned while going for the overall trophy, the Messenger, which is to complete a death run in legendary time with every Archangel. You will need to get all of the upgrades in order to unlock all of the Archangels, so this will happen a lot later in the game since you will need a lot of scrap and almost all of the map will need to be retaken over. I do want to add a disclaimer, and I'm not 100% sure if this is correct or accurate, so if you have experienced anything, please leave it below. I have been reading that this trophy is not actually attainable because a few death runs have been removed for some odd reason. With that being said, if that is true, then you would need to play the game on a previous version to get the death runs and then update to patch 1.05 or after. I'm not sure if you play on patch 1.05 and then delete the patch and then play pre-patch if the game will even work. This is a more recent uncovering of issues with the game. I initially played and earned all of my trophies back in 2015 when the game came out, so I didn't have any of these issues. Again, I'm not 100% sure about any of this since I didn't personally experience it, but for anyone that has, please leave your experience below and what you did so that we can help everyone else out. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this trophy list, which is everything related to exploration of this beautiful wasteland. These trophies are your typical collectibles and collectathon related tasks in a typical open world game that will require you to scavenge every little inch of the map for every little scrap and upgrade needed. Luckily, the game has great tracking for everything that you will need to do. The basic summary for this is that you will need to complete every single project at each stronghold. Completing projects will require you to scavenge the map for these upgrades. The way that I went about this is I would do all the scarecrows, snipers, and camps in an area within a territory, along with any scavenging locations that were being shown. Once you're able to build the survey crew upgrade in the stronghold, all of the scavenging locations will then be shown in that territory, and you can do a final cleanup of those prior hidden locations that you couldn't find before that are now being shown. The good news about all of these trophies is that technically they are related to completing all of the non-repeating challenges, so they will have to be done to complete certain challenges. The two incidental trophies in this game are related to distances traveled. The first being the trophy On the Road to Nowhere, which is to travel 1,300 car lengths in a vehicle. This will come naturally while just doing anything in the game, since the car is used as the main transport around the map. Lastly is the trophy Just Walk Away, which is to travel 650 car lengths on foot. Again, walking is the only other means of transportation, and you will be walking around plenty of camps and scavenging locations, so this should come with no problem at all. The last section of this guide is the random trophies that you will come across while just playing through the game. These trophies will range from things like Scrap Collector, which is to have 10,000 scrap in your inventory, to other things like Blockhead, which is to own the best V6 and V8 engine, to Maximum, which is to fully upgrade Max. These trophies aren't necessarily incidental. You may have to go out of your way to set some of these up or do some of these things. If you want to see what trophies I exactly put in this section, be sure to check the trophy breakdown linked in the description below. After completing everything previously discussed, you should earn this platinum trophy, Halls of Valhalla. Being a game that came out during the reboot of a movie franchise, but not being a direct tie-in, flew this game way under the radar, and if you haven't played it yet, you should really give it a chance. It's an open-world game with an Arkham-style hand-to-hand combat system and a unique car combat system that requires you to utilize multiple tools in order to bring down camps and convoys. Even though the story is a bit cliche and the outcome is easily seen if you have seen any of the movies, it's still a great play and worth your time if you have a little extra of that. With that being said, this game will give you a lot of trophies later in the game while finishing up projects, challenges, looting all the locations. With the story and the big map, you can expect to sink anywhere between 70 hours plus or minus 10 hours depending on how you play. Personally, I have had an awful experience with this game in regards to when it launched. I was hit with both a scrap lock glitch and also hit with the 190 out of 191 glitch prior to the 1.06 patch. I did not dread coming back to the game though to start over and finish it up, but I also was not expecting to come back this early to it. With that being said, I did enjoy playing through for my third time in order to get this platinum. There is no DLC, so when you earn the platinum trophy, you will also obtain the 100% completion as well. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them below. Also, let me know your experience with the game. Did you like it, or was it kind of a slog to play through? If you did find this video helpful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Anyway, I hope to see you around sometime soon.